So the Ducati 797 Monster is
Hey guys, good evening to everyone. This is Alvin from Throttle Adda. Today we are here with a very special person for Throttle Adda, for us. He's a very good friend, he's a very good brother to us, and that is Mahesh. We call him Mac. He's one of the founding members of Throttle Adda. Hey Mahesh, how are you doing today?
Hi Alvin and hi guys. Welcome to Throttle Adda, our own Adda for bikers and uh, all the gearheads around the world and also in India. So hope all of you are doing better.
The same bike that we saw in the Pelar Dam Lake video. Amazing bike. So that's what I had said then. That's what I'll tell now. And I will hand over the conversation to Mahesh because he's the guy who is going to give you hell lot of information about Ducati 797 and why did he choose the bike, what made him choose the bike, and what his plans are in the future. So we'll come to that. All right. Uh, to you, Mahesh, now.
Thank you Alvin. So actually ये बाइक मेरे हम लोगों के पास 23rd और 22nd of September से है. That is 2020. And Ducati 797 Monster. Uh, that's you can say the best looking naked bike you can ever get or ever see on the street. Like it's a head turner. Like कहीं पे भी you park it and there are people around you. There will be people asking you questions about it. A lot of. So the Ducati 797 Monster is an air-cooled engine, twin cylinder, and it is 803 cc's, 803 cc, which turns out somewhere around 71.4 bhp, close to 72 bhp, at a max torque of 67 newton meters. So this bike is not a slouch, as I said. It will kick you in, kick you back like in every gear that you try. It boosts itself in every gear. Or torque is spread in such a way that it is in traffic as well. It is very manageable to ride the bike. You don't have to constantly change the gear. For example, there are some other bikes in this segment wherein you cannot ride those bikes in traffic condition because of the spread of the torque which is given. So there are some bikes which can't handle a speed of like 30-40 in like third or fourth gear or say. But in Ducati, you can easily have a speed of 40 even in the fourth gear as well. That is what my observation has been on about the Ducati.
Mhm.
With regards to the fuel economy is somewhere around like 15, anywhere approximately between 15 and 17. That is what I've been getting. I've been doing rides on the Ducati from Mumbai to Pune and Pune to Mumbai, and within the city as well. I've been riding it a lot. And earlier, the bike that I used to ride before Ducati Monster was the Pulsar 150. So it was a bigger jump for me, as well as my brother as well, because he used to ride an Activa, to be honest, which is a non-get bike. But coming to the riding part of it, as I told you, my brother is not in that much into technical, so it's me who has been riding the bike on the most of the part till now, and it has been really fun riding that bike.
That's great.
The bike has got a wider handlebar. The only complaint that I have about the bike is that you don't have space to mount a luggage on it.
Mhm.
Even if you think about panniers, you cannot mount it. You will need to do a lot of fabrication to it because there are no points itself to mount the bike,
Okay.
to mount the luggage on the bike.
So Mahesh,
So that's one thing.
before we go ahead, uh,
Yeah.
everyone would like to know that why did you choose a Ducati, or you must have spoken to your brother before buying this Ducati. What made you decide that Ducati is for you? Ducati is the bike that you should go for, a second hand or a new, anyone. So this is for the audience who's looking to buy a Ducati. a second-hand one or a new one. It doesn't matter. But why a Ducati?
Look, as I told you, my brother is not a technical person. He is more into looks, masculinity, and the way it impresses the other person. And it surely does because of its looks, as I mentioned. It has got a low sun headlight, which and a beefy tank mainly, which makes it look very honky and muscular. Now, if you ask me why would I go for a Ducati specifically, then the thing would be that it is a user-friendly bike. It is a very good beginner bike, if you ask me. Now, there are people who would go for some higher CC bike, but whenever you want to grow on the bikes, like from a smaller CC engine to a bigger CC, it's a step-by-step process you must go through. Not go for a higher CC engine directly from like what I did, like my brother did. But
Mm.
it was okay with me because I had been riding other bikes as well in between. Like I had some 500cc bike, 350cc bike that I rode along with it, and I've acquired a good amount of experience with regards to those bikes. Ducati is very user friendly, as I mentioned. It is very simple bike, minimal electronics. If I consider something in electronics in it, it's just the ABS. That is the front end ABS which is there as electronic. The rest it's a raw bike. Okay, so it is a very forgiving bike. If you say if you are making some mistake, it instantly handles itself very quickly. Now there have been instances with me wherein I wasn't in a turn and I just the front end just mm, there was some like it slipped.
Mm.
Still, I there was just one tap of the brake and it corrected itself. So that is the kind of bike it is. It is very forgiving. So if you ask me or anyone who is looking out to go for a higher end bike, uh, my first suggestion would be if you're riding a bike which is 150, 200 or 350cc category, then you can go for a bike which is a 500 or 650 category. Now, Ducati is a 803cc engine, but you can still consider it in that category, but it is a bit on a heavier side. It is close approximately like somewhere around 200 or odd kgs. So it is a heavier bike. Now you must be comfortable handling a heavier bike. If you are, then no problem. To be honest, for me it's like I feel like riding a bullet. To be honest,
Yeah.
means when I say riding a bullet, it does not mean according to the performance, but I'm talking about according to the weight factor.
Correct.
According to weight, it's kind of a bullet for me. Okay, but rest the power is very good, and very linear. Not too much linear, but yeah, it's linear. Still, it throws you, and if at a proper RPM, you can also uh, proper RPM in gear, you can also pop a wheelie on it.
Yeah.
I have been doing good speeds. Like I have tried to do some good speeds, and I would not recommend anyone to do this until unless you're well experienced and the situation allows you to do so. So the last maximum speed that I remember of doing was somewhere around approximately 210 when I was deaccelerating because I don't ride the bike looking at the speedometer to be honest. But
That's
as I was deaccelerating, I was able to check the speed.
that's
So it has got a potential of like going at higher speeds. Believe me, at that speeds, it is very comfortable. You don't feel like you don't feel nervous. There was not a single moment of nervousness. For me, even if you're a new rider, and if you get used to that bike for a week or two, I'm sure that you would be able to ride that bike constantly at a speed of 150s, 150, anywhere between 150 and 160 with proper gear. To be
right.
that is something that you must be very much you very much careful about. You are wearing a proper gear. Without proper gears, I won't recommend to bike like to ride any bike on the street, not just a sports bike, even a scooter. Don't ride a scooter if you are not wearing a helmet as well. But then coming back to the part of riding that bike, yeah, it is really nice. It's an amazing bike to ride. Uh, mm, One of my friend and me did travel from Mumbai to Pune. It was difficult for that friend of mine to accommodate uh, himself on that bike, but still we both managed it. Yeah, it is not a long tour of for two of the riders, but yeah, a single rider can do longer miles. But as I said in the earlier part, you don't have an option to mount your luggage on the bike. That's the biggest sore point for this bike, I would say.
So we'll come on that.
Uh,
We'll come because we have a topic where we will be talking about trips on the bike on a Ducati.
yeah,
So
yeah,
even if we cannot talk about a journey which has hundreds of kilometers or thousands of kilometers, we will talk
yeah,
about a short trip that you did from Pune to Mumbai. All right. So
yeah,
the next question that we need to answer. Okay, so guys, any part of this conversation that you have missed, just rewind the video, listen to Mahesh. Each and every second of his talk is very important because it will give you a crisp and clear understanding of why a Ducati, and if you're getting it, how you should use it and what you should be cautious about. All right.
yeah,
Okay, so guys, this section is all about trips on a Ducati 797. So Mahesh has been riding this Ducati for some time now, and he has been riding it in local area. He has taken it to different city, and he has also ridden to from uh, you can say Borivali till Vasai. So over to you, Mahesh. Please
yeah.
explain to everyone how the bike performs, how you feel when you ride in different conditions.
Yeah. So, as previously said, Ducati is very user-friendly bike. The torque is widespread. You don't have to do constant gear shifting. Yeah, but you cannot expect it to behave like other lower CC capacity motorcycles do. So that is something you must know how the gearing on the bike is. You will gradually get used to it once you start riding it. As this is a air cooled engine. This is not a liquid cooled engine. This is air cooled and part oil cooled engine. Because of that, riding in city can be difficult because of the heat dissipation from the engine. Um, it is very tough. So whenever you're riding this bike, make sure you're not wearing any shorts or sleepers or sandals. Make sure you're wearing a proper jeans and a proper boot on it. At least that would save your leg to a certain amount. I'm saying to a certain amount is just because of the heat as well as the weather conditions in Mumbai. It is already humid. On top of that, you've got 803 cc boiling under your pan. So that is one thing that would really trouble you in traffic situation. But as soon as you go to open roads on highways, you won't feel that heat hitting your shin or your leg, just because of the way the engine is designed in such a way that it absorbs the air and it cools the engine very rapidly at that pace too. So it is really good. Now coming to the riding the bike in city traffic, as I said, it is very manageable. Yeah, the turning radius is very small, but still it is very manageable. You can cut it from, like your normal bike. You can cut it from any of the spaces between the auto rickshaws and the bus, which I won't recommend if the space is not safe enough or you're not confident enough. Confidence is something that I would say, not overconfident, but confidence is something that you must have. You must be sure that you would be able to pass through that space. If you're not sure, even if you're 95%, don't attempt it. Just wait. Why to like damage the bike or some other's car or any other vehicle in first? So that is one thing. It is very manageable in cities. Very nice bike to ride. But you enjoy this kind of bikes not in city but on the highways. And on the highways, I've done from Mumbai to Pune. I've done it, and I've I've frequently do Mumbai Pune rides on Ducati, and it's fun riding that bike. Just because between the stretch Mumbai and Pune, you get the Khopoli Ghat, and that is where you enjoy the twisties. So that's the fun part of this bike. You enjoy the bike like anything. As I said, this bike is a very raw bike. It does not comes with traction control or cornering ABS. Still, you enjoy it. And riding this bike does needs a bit of nerve, and right, you must keep your head in its right place. You should not go bonkers over the throttle, just thinking that this is a Ducati and it will turn. because there is a specific instinct in us, that is survival instinct. What happens in survival instinct is whenever we turn, we look at a place where we don't have to go. That is survival instinct, because we get freezed on the bike. So never try doing that. Always, if you're trying to do corners, make sure that you are in your comfort zone. Make sure that you are comfortable doing those turns at that particular speed. If not, let it be. Learn it slowly, slowly. There are videos such as Twist the Wrist and other videos which you can watch on YouTube, which gives you a lot of insights about cornering and counter steering. That is one thing. Now, coming to Ducati part, yes, it is a good bike for touring as well, as I can say, but you cannot carry a luggage. You have to have a sack, a rucksack on your shoulders, and that can be painful for your back for sure, for your back and neck as well. That is something that I've experienced. Even though the handlebars are wide on Ducati, still it can be painful, and this is one of the points which um, is a negative point for Ducati, wherein Ducati Monster, that you don't have space or points wherein you can mount your luggage on it. That's one thing. That is something missing. I've tried to check if there is something that we can do to fit in a luggage. So you can have a bag, mainly a travel bag, not a travel bag, but a saddle bag on it. But the space between the tire and the chassis is so much that the bag may go inside and scrape the tire, and you may fall off, or you may get involved in an accident or something because of that. So it's not safe and recommendable. You need a proper saddle stay and a pannier for it, for better rigidity of the luggage, and so that whenever you try to do like some twisties, it does not moves, because that also adds into your factor, your weight factor, whenever you are going into corners. If there is a sudden change of weight, you may the bike might get unstable, and if you panic, you might also fall. So that is one thing, but it has been good. And The last small ride that we did was from Borivali to Vasai, which is a pillar dam. And What we encountered was slush and a bit of off-roading, you can say. Ducati Monster 797 is not meant for off-roading. Uh, and I would say you need to understand if that road is good enough to take the bike inside it. If it has too much of ditch or something, I would not recommend to take that bike over there. Reason being, the oil filter of Ducati lays down. It's at the belly. So if it gets hit, then you will be stuck there, and you will have to get the bike. You will have to contact Ducati's roadside assistant and get the bike back to service center and get that repaired. And that's a big hassle. Even if Ducati is going to help you, believe me, this is something that no biker would want to happen on a bike trip. So we went to Peladam. The road was very bad. It was with some slush, mud, loose oil, and Alvin was sitting as a pillion because his bike failed at that point of time. So there was one point wherein the bike got stuck in mud, and Alvin was there at the pillion, and he did not touch his speeds down. What I made sure is that when I'm throttling, I don't throttle it too much that the tire spins. So this is something that when you go for off-roading as well, you must take care of that. You have a proper control over the throttle. So we were able to come out of that ditch very easily without slipping or like moving from left to right. It was very smooth, and Alvin knows it how it was, and we were surprised because of the way the bike handled it. It was amazing, mainly. But if you want something from Ducati for uh, off-roading, then go for Multistrada. That's the best bike. You can say that's an SUV of a bike. So that's one bike you can go for. But when it comes to Ducati 797 for beginners, it is really good bike, user friendly, uh, very much amazing bike to learn as well. Because if someone is shifting from 300, 350, or 500 cc, that person is a beginner in in this capacity, like the medium, you can say a medium weight capacity motorcycle. So Ducati does falls into it. If you're not that comfortable with weight, you got different options, such as Triumph has got good models. Recently, Triumph also launched Trident 660, which is a very good bike, which weighs somewhere around like 160 or so, and it's a three-cylinder inline engine, and it is more powerful than Ducati 797. But when you say more powerful, as Uncle Ben said in Spider-Man, with more power, you get more responsibility. So always be responsible while you're riding the bike.
Right. That's true. Awesome. Good knowledge. This was about the trips that Mahesh did on a Ducati. So Mumbai to Pune, Pune to Mumbai, Borivali to
Yeah,
Vasai. I was riding as a pillion, and it was so nice to sit as a pillion behind. But Mahesh has mentioned so many times that the throttling can be a bit, uh, harsh for a pillion, not for the rider, but for the pillion.
yeah,
I always used to, my legs always used to get lifted when even let it be the first gear or the second or the third. So it didn't matter, but the power of the bike, the ease of handling the bike is awesome.
yeah. Now I would like to add on to this point. Good that you came out with this point. Is just the throttling for the pillion was way too much. Is just because this bike does not comes with drive-by-wire technology. Drive-by-wire technology is wherein you got a small sensor in the ECU which manages your throttling, and it gives commands to the engine. It is very smooth up. The throttle on this bike is very hard, so you have to pull it a bit harder. For me, it's okay. I was trying to be as smooth as possible, but yeah, there will be jerks on Ducati Monster 797 as it is a cable, and the throttle is very hard. You cannot ride that bike without gloves. Take this from me. You cannot. Your palms will start paining, and it will all go red if you're not riding the bike with gloves. That is one thing. Yeah.
All right, great. So if you all need any more information about the sensor and the throttle control device, do comment. We will create a video on that, and Mahesh will be the speaker because he understands what a bike does and how a bike does it. So we will come up with that as well, if you all request it.
Yeah. Why not? Actually, Ducati Monster 797 is not a new bike now. To be honest, it's quite old in the market now. And in fact, Ducati has recently launched the Monster 1000, I think, which is a far more powerful and better bike when it comes to access, all the gadgets that it comes with. But yes, Ducati Monster is a good bike and a good buy. If your pocket does not allows you to go for another any other bike, you can certainly go for Ducati 797. Now there are other bikes which would come into that range as well, new bikes such as I mentioned, Triumph Trident 660. That's one bike you can consider. Uh, Now, why I would choose a Trident 660 over Ducati is because of the weight, uh, and because of the gadgets that it comes with. Comes packed with. So that is one thing. Its electronics package is really good compared to Ducati. As I said, Ducati when it comes to electronics is just ABS that comes as an electronic package. There is no traction control for Ducati 797. You don't have cornering ABS in it, but then it is a good bike, very simple. When you talk about very simple bike, that means your cost of maintenance will be low. So that is one thing that favors the Ducati 797 over the Triumph Trident. But Triumph is claiming that the new product that they launched would be more cheaper on the pocket for other guys, and it's a good beginner machine. So that is why it pitches the 660 right against the 797. In fact, being a smaller engine than the Ducati 797, Trident 660 is more powerful. It gives out more power, and it the torque is well spread, and it has got, as I said, it has got three inline cylinder. So that is one bike you can consider. But yeah, if the money does not, if the pocket does not allows you to go over that budget, then you can go for Ducati Monster 797. And if you're a fan of Italian beauty, yes, then definitely. If you want something very muscular and something very much attractive, which no one can like try to ignore, even if someone tries to ignore it, they just stand and admire the bike. Go for Ducati 797, definitely. And it would be my choice because Ducati is mainly, you can say, kind of a hooligan of a bike with its raw power, and it's very enjoyable. Yeah, it is.
All right. So I love the part where you said the Italian beauty. So you
Yeah,
know,
it is.
let people interpret what they want about that.
Yeah.
So,
It's a Italian bull, you can say, a masculine bull.
all right.
It's so amazing and pretty. Yeah.
So you did you tell who should not buy this bike?
Who should not? I don't think there's no specific. Only a specific category of people who should not buy this bike. Who think kitna deti hai?
All right.
Those are the people who should not buy it. In fact, this kind of people should not buy any high capacity motorcycle, because when you go for a higher capacity motorcycle, you need to understand that the mileage of the bike won't be. You cannot compare it to a lesser capacity motorcycle. That is something that you must consider. Rest, this bike is for everyone. I won't say this is not for a specific class or a category. The only thing is you need to learn and gradually proceed further with this bike. That's one thing. Not just this bike, any higher capacity motorcycle, you just gradually start learning how the bike is. The basic thumb rule for biking would be know your machine, what you are riding. That's the basic rule. So it's for everyone. I won't say this is for a specific class or something. It is for everyone.
Okay. So one last
Because
thing about the purchase.
yeah,
I'm sorry. One last thing about the purchase would be uh, there are two different categories of purchases. That is a new bike and a used bike. So
yeah,
one should go for a new bike, which will be heavier on the pocket, or one should go for a used bike, which will be a little, lighter on the pocket.
yeah. It depends. If your pocket allows you to go for a new bike, go for a newer bike, no doubt. But
Okay.
if your pocket does not allows you to go for a new bike, you can go for a pre-owned bike. When you go for a premium segment bikes and pre-owned as well, they are properly maintained. They are very much very less like used. So you can find somewhere around like 4,000. There are some bikes in pre-owned market wherein you will find 4,000, 7,000 Ks been done on those bike and out for sale.
Okay.
So these bikes are well maintained. The person who buys these bikes do maintain it. But yes, you should not go blindly for any bike. Look out for the service records of the bike, ride the bike, try to feel it. If you are not that experienced, take someone who is well experienced in automobiles and the one who understands the bike, and take him with you. Let that person ride a bike and try to take his views. That would be much helpful, because you never know, like if there is some bike which is refurbished after a crash, and that person is giving you that bike, because the refurbished bike will look brand new because it has been just refurbished and painted and everything. So you won't be able to make it out unless you got some expert with you.
Right.
And yeah, that is something that you must look out for. But yes, when if your pocket allows you to go for a newer bike, a showroom bike, go for a showroom bike. If not, you can go for a pre-owned bike.
Guys, you don't need to go anywhere to find a person to, figure out if the bike is, good enough for a purchase or no. We have a person right over here in the video, Mahesh. Comment on the video, ask Mahesh anything. He will reply to your questions as soon as possible. If you all want
Why
a
not? We can.
personal recommendation and a personal, suggestion, you can leave a comment, leave your phone number, or our email is there on our channel. Email your question to us. We will right away call you. Correct, Mahesh?
Sure. Yeah, we are there to help you out.
Yeah, sure. Our next section is going to be the upcoming bikes or the existing bikes which are already there in the market, and it's in the same segment of Ducati 797. All right, over to you, Mahesh.
Thank you. There are a range of bikes which you can consider over the Ducati 797 if you want to. If you're a guy who likes touring a lot, going off roads, then Suzuki V-Storm is a good choice for that because it's like a 650cc engine, and that's one thing. That's one bike. Another bike you can consider is a Kawasaki Versys, which also falls under the 650 category. Kawasaki Versys 650.
Mahesh,
That is one bike you can consider.
sorry to interrupt. The Kawasaki, the name got
Yeah,
missed. I think there was a lag. So can you repeat from the Kawasaki again?
yeah, that's a Kawasaki Versys 650.
Okay,
That's one tourer bike.
all right.
And the reason why I'm talking about the 650 bike is because Ducati 797 falls under this category of like anywhere between 500 to 1000cc category. So this is one bike. Another bikes you can consider is a Kawasaki Ninja 650. If you like a full fed bike, that is something that you can go for. If you want a naked, then you can go for Z800 or Z900 is one. Kawasaki also has a 650 Z650. But if you want more fun and more bang for money, then Triumph has got a good lineup. Triumph has got a Triumph Street Twin, which is another like a twin inline 1200cc motorcycle, but it does falls under the same price tag. And we got the upcoming. If you talk about a upcoming bike, that's the Triumph Trident 660, which is another. I think that's a good bike, and we will come with a video for it shortly as well. As soon as the situation is normal, we will be coming up with a video review for Triumph Trident 660 as well. So these are the bikes you can consider over the Ducati 797.
All right,
Thank you.
awesome, awesome, very nice. So we are done right now with talking. We are done talking about the Ducati 797. We are done talking about a lot of things which are possible, advantages, disadvantages, how the perception has changed, how a rider should behave when he or she is riding a Ducati 797, or in fact any heavy
Yeah,
CC bike, any that category CC bike that we have explained in the video,
yeah,
and that's it.
yeah. Just remember one thing, guys. Just stick to basics. Don't try to push yourself too much that you cannot handle. Always be in your comfort zone initially when you're trying to learn things, and moment you start understanding the machine, you can start pushing yourself further.
Right. So Mahesh, I had spoken about GBM in the previous video. We
Yeah,
got to do a video on that, but all of us needs to be together to do the
yeah,
video. It is going to
yeah,
be super awesome fun in
yeah.
explaining how and what GBM was, and a lot of people who know
Yes,
us, that we were in that group before, and we had that name tag on us. Those guys are going to
yeah,
have super fun. But you guys don't miss
yeah,
out when we release the video, and keep liking, keep following, subscribe to the video, because if you subscribe, we know that you want us to make more and more videos to give you more information, share a lot of things with the
yeah,
community. Okay, and we
yeah.
love you all bikers. I mean, biking is a different world, right? A different world
All
altogether.
together, yeah.
Yes,
Different world altogether.
right.
And you will always find that there is no enmity between bikers. It's like a brotherhood.
Exactly, all the time, all the time. Some of
Yeah,
us we didn't know each other before, but because of biking, we started meeting. We started, and then now more than friends, we are brothers. So
yeah,
that's how biking creates a different world and different relationships.
yeah. It brings you closer to
Right.
each other, no doubt.
So we are done for today. We have given you a lot of information. You can also share a lot of information that you have with you, And when you comment on the video, a lot of other people who do not know that information gets to know more and more about biking and more knowledge. Okay, the more knowledge you share, the smarter the people will become, and that's what we are looking for. So what's
Yeah.
next? Our next video is going to be about a 3 destination ride that we did some time ago, few years back, which we did not share before because we did not do much sharing before. But now we understood sharing means a lot to us and a lot to you as well. So wait for that video to come out. 3 destination, 1 day, 2 bikers. All right.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So we did a great vlog today. If you like the video, share, like, and subscribe. You can hit the bell button as well, and we will keep on coming up with such lovely videos in the future as well.
Yeah. Yes, guys. So if you want more and more videos coming in with a lot of knowledge in it, no doubt it will be with knowledge. So please do like, share, subscribe, and please do leave your comments in the comment section and let us know. And your feedback or the comments would be something which would encourage us to make more videos and gather more information and help many more bikers who are just starting to throttle their way out now. Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
All right. So signing off, Alvin and Mahesh from Throttle Adda. Take care, have fun, and be safe.
Yeah,
Bye.
and wear mask.
Yes, don't forget that. Bye bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye and good night.